y'all, welcome back to my channel. On behalf of Britt, today I will be doing my first girl talk, and I will be talking to you guys about starting a business. I want to first apologize if it seems like I haven't been consistent. I know in one of my videos, if not more than one, I told you guys that I'm going to try to upload every Friday. I don't know what day of the week this video is coming out on, but Friday has passed and I'm filming it now. It hasn't been that I haven't been working. I've been working. I recorded this video with everything I'm about to say now, but for some reason it would not let me upload it. It was really long. The video was 70 minutes long, over an hour long, and when I got ready to edit it and throw all of my different like graphics and sound effects in, by the time I did all of that and put it on YouTube, or tried to put it on YouTube, I tried over 15 times, y'all. Kept trying to upload, kept pressing the upload button, it would not do it. So I'm back here again a few days after Friday, re-recording this video, and I'm going to try to make it a whole lot shorter. But like I said, we'll be doing a girl talk, and the girl talk is how to start a business, or 10 things you should keep in mind when starting a business. Before I start running my mouth, let's get into this jewelry today, y'all, because I'm feeling myself. I got on my new necklace. Let me cover up my little bird chest. But I got on my new necklace that, of course, says Brit, and my little hair store bling, y'all. I collect these little, I won't even say charm bracelets or beaded bracelets from the hair store. They be like $1.99, where they sell like the costume jewelry. I went ahead and organized a list of notes that I want to abide by, so I can keep myself organized and stick to the topic. That way my video is not long and drawn out, and when it's time to post this video, I'm able to. So yeah, first and foremost, the reason why I chose this topic is because 2020 seems like it has been the year of entrepreneurship. Like, left and right on social media, I've been seeing different people launch their websites or come out and say they're starting a business, and I'm here for it. Like, I'm so proud of a lot of the people that I'm seeing that are, you know, taking that step to go out and say, yeah, I may love my 9-to-5, I don't mind working my 9-to-5, but they realize that there's more money out there than just working for somebody else's company. Like, you can start your own. So I didn't go to school. I don't have a hair license. Well, I went to college and got a degree, but I didn't get a hair license. So I'm no professional by paper when it comes to this field, but I have over a decade of experience that I would like to share with you guys, because even throughout hair school, like I said, I've never been, so I wouldn't know what they teach you, but I do know that a lot of things you can only learn through experience, that even you know, the books can't teach you. You got to get out here and be doing hair every day, doing nails every day, coming in contact with people, doing makeup every day to really get to know what it's like. And so what I'm pretty much going to do is tell you 10 things that I wish somebody would have told me when I started. Whether or not you started a business this year, started one last year, thinking about starting one at the end of the year, or don't even have a business, just need some entertainment, stay tuned for today's video, because I will be giving y'all the tea on entrepreneurship in today's time. The very first tip I want to give when starting a business is to carry yourself like a professional. Whatever your profession is, you want to carry yourself in a way that complements your business. So say, for instance, if you're a hairstylist, keep your hair done. You don't want to go out in public and be out and about passing out business cards or promoting your brand and telling people, I do hair, let me do your hair, or follow me on Instagram, I'm a stylist, and you looking jacked up. Keep yourself up. If you're a nail tech, keep your nails done. If you're a makeup artist, you know, try and within those first few months or so, when you're trying to get yourself out there, to keep yourself beat. You know what I'm saying? The first thing people are going to say is, I love your nails, who did your nails? And that's, you know, free promo right there. Or, who beat your face? I did. And then, you know, that's free promo right there. You can meet clients or meet people just based off you carrying yourself a certain way and people seeing your work like you are your brand. When you're starting out, it's important that you keep yourself up. That's the first way to grab people's attention. Carry yourself well when it comes to your appearance, but also when it comes to communication. When you're texting, when you're on phone calls, try to practice good grammar, not using slang. I have a thing about me where I communicate a certain way when I'm with my friends, when I'm with clients, when I'm with my family, when I'm at work. my diction and different things that I may say, or the way I say them may be different based on what setting I'm in. When you're dealing with clients, carry yourself professionally. Make sure you're putting commas where they're supposed to go. When you're texting, periods where they're supposed to go. Make sure you're proofreading and spelling words correctly. Just all around, carry yourself like a professional. That way people will respect you. The second tip I have for you guys is pretty obvious, but you want to go ahead and take pictures. Build a portfolio. Most people aren't going to trust you to do their hair, do their nails, do their makeup, unless they know for a fact they're certain that you can deliver. 9 times out of 10, they gonna get home and start taking selfies. They might not even get to the car good before they pulling out their phone taking selfies anyway. You get what I'm saying? So go ahead and ask them for those pictures, or if you're not comfortable at first pulling out your phone taking pictures of them at first, once they get home or later on that day, text them and say, hey, when you get a chance, when you get to that party, when you get to that event, whatever it is that you got your hair, makeup, or nails done for, can you shoot me a text, or send me some pictures or some videos. I'm just starting out. I'm only a few weeks in or a few months in. I want, some pictures. And ask them. And a lot of people don't mind. We on our phones anyway. My third tip is to stock up on supplies. In the beginning, you might not be super, super busy, but if you follow these tips and over time your clientele starts to build, you're going to need supplies. So if you're a hairstylist, this means combs, flat irons, blow dryers, brushes, edge controls, gels, everything you're going to need at your station, at your salon, wherever you're going to be doing hair at. Stock up. I'm not saying 1 bottle of oil sheen. I'm saying 3 or 4 bottles of oil sheen. Go ahead and get that stuff. Every time you're doing a client, when those first couple of people come in, set aside $20 or $30 from each client to go to the hair store and stock up on that stuff. If you're a nail tech, this means your gel powders, your accessories, the rhinestones and different things that y'all put on the nails. I don't know much about nails, y'all, but whatever you need for that, stock up on that stuff. Every time you get a paycheck, if you're still working your 9 to 5, go ahead and invest in your business. Stock up on that stuff. Makeup artists, same for y'all too. Foundations, primers, concealers, all of that stuff, start stocking up, because when your clientele starts building and people start coming in, you're going to run out of that stuff really fast. So it's important that here and there you're just going to go ahead, you're going ahead and stocking up. Also, sanitization supplies. It is very important that you keep your stuff sterilized and clean. Get your alcohol, your vinegars, your it's different liquids and fluids that you can get out of these stores that sell beauty supplies. Stock up on those materials and go ahead and just have it ready, so when this clientele comes, you ready to go, and you're not scrambling, running to the store at the last minute. Oh, I got 3 people this week and I only have this amount of gel left. I gotta go run and get some gel, or I only have this amount of gel powder. I gotta go get these colors and that colors, and this person asking me for this, but I don't have that, and you scrambling right before a client, or a client is asking you for something and you don't have it. Just make sure you stocked up on stuff. It's very important to have your supplies ready too. Nobody told me that in the beginning. I just thought it was a comb and some hair when I was braiding. And a long time ago, back when I was in middle school, high school, that's really all it took. They bring their hair. I had my combs, a couple clips to move different hair out of the way when I'm parting and stuff. And for the most part, I could get it done without any product. But now people want their baby hair swooped. They want their ends done a certain way, with certain ends, whether they want the curly ends or the extensions. Some of that stuff has to be attached with glue. It has to be sealed at the ends. I have to stock up on so much stuff. Tip number 4 is to develop a marketing strategy. So being that this is a time where a lot of people are launching businesses, it is a good chance that your field is a field that many, many other people are involved in. So when it comes to hair, specifically speaking for myself, you have to come up with marketing strategies that is going to set you apart. What is it about your business, your work, that is going to have women wanting to come to you over the next stylist or the next hundreds of stylists that do everything that you do, that offer everything that you offer? What is going to make a girl say, I want to go to Brittany over her? Those are some of the things that I had to think about. So for me, it is pricing and branding. So having a logo made, having a specific color scheme, having photo shoots done, not going too crazy with braids. Braids are typically one of the most expensive hairstyles you can get when it comes to knotless and, booty braids, plaits, whatever, what have you. Sometimes now with the way people charge for bundles, sew-ins, frontals, closures, and installs like that, it can get up to be about the same price if you're including hair and coloring and all of that. But for the most part, braids, because they take the most time over any other hairstyle, they get to be the most expensive. And people will pay anywhere from 400, I mean, anywhere from 40 to $400 on some braids. And since I started, one of the main things that have set me apart is the fact that I don't overcharge. I actually enjoy doing hair, so I don't overcharge people for my styles. Sometimes I find myself selling myself short, so I don't suggest this as a marketing strategy for you. Go ahead and charge your worth, know your worth, and set your pricing at that level in the beginning. That way, if you come out the gate charging $100 or $200, people not looking at you crazy 2 years down the line when you upping your prices. Go ahead and set the bar. Hey, I know what I'm worth. I know what my time is worth. I know how good my work is or whatever. I'm charging $200 for box braids. That's my starting price. And kick it off there if that's you. If you just are that confident starting out. But for me, starting out, I started at $40, then went up to 50, then went up to 60. Now I'm in the 70, 80, and 100 range. And I still feel bad sometimes charging that much. But fortunately for me, having cheaper prices brings more clientele in. Like I said, that was one of my marketing strategies that I stuck with and that still works for me to this day. But there are other ways to get yourself out there or to get people to gravitate towards you without having to sell yourself short. Like I said, having a really, really nice website, investing and paying somebody good money to put together a website or a nice Instagram for you, or like I said, having a photo shoot done, really, really showcasing your work, getting those clients to get their makeup done, all like put them all together with maybe the same outfit or like some type of theme. When you drop or launch your business, go ahead and put out those photos where it's high quality stuff and people are coming to you because of the way that you present your work. And it may not be top of the line, it may not be the best work you've ever seen, but because of the way you present it, it may look more appeasing to the eye. We're going to move on to number 5 now. And number 5, once you have taken your pictures, you're carrying yourself like a stylist, you've stocked up on supplies and developed your marketing strategies, go ahead and start your business page. Launch that website, put out that Instagram or that Facebook page, going ahead and letting people know that your business is up and running now. And what I will say for this particular tip is have 2 separate pages. Keep personal and business separate. I tried when I first started out to keep my personal page and my business page all in one, where I was posting my everyday selfies and full body pics, going to the club when I was clubbing heavy, or when I was in high school, prom, and different things that came about in high school, football games when I was in the band and different things like that. I'll be posting those videos there as a high school student or a college student, and then in between you would see my hair work. You know what I'm saying? It would be church members from church coming to get their hair done, people in my neighborhood, my mother's co-workers, different people that strictly wanted to follow me to see my work, but every now and then they still see me in between being a kid or clubbing, and it was just unprofessional. I want you guys to really, really think about it, because sometimes people say, well, I have a following already. I have 20,000 people following me on my personal page. I don't want to start a new page for my business and then, try to take that climb again. It took me years to get to where my following is now. But it's not, a lot of people follow you for certain reasons. You get what I'm saying? If you're a female, there are men that are following you because they want to see that woman. They want to see, you dressed up or you looking good. They're not here to see what type of hair you doing or see you do makeup all day. Keep that separate so that the people that are following you for you can see you, and the people that are following you for your work can see your work. And if it's that important to you, if it's that deep, for you to keep the following that you have, drop those pictures that you have, all of those personal pictures, take those down, and then upload your business work. That way your page still stands, you still have the following, but you're switching out the content. And so you'll take down, like I said, your club pictures and all of that, and upload your makeup pictures or your nail pictures, and then that way the following is still there. And if 1,000 people or 2,000 people may drop off and say, hey, all of a sudden it's a business page, I didn't follow this, and you lose 2 or 3,000 followers, if you already up there, it'll be quicker for you, it'll be better or easier for you to already have that page that's established and lose a few followers than to take that climb from zero. So you can do that, but either way it goes, you want to make the two separate pages. And also, when you have that business page, make sure that that business page is public. I also did this whole thing where I wanted all my pages to be private at first. My personal page was private, my business page was private, and I would meet somebody in the store. They would ask me who did my hair or compliment my hair. I would give them my hair page, and because it was private, they would go home and be ready to book or ready to look at my work. And because my page was private, they had to wait for me to accept a friend request before they could go see all of my work. So really in the store, all they could see was how my hair looked that day, but they wanted to go even further and see some more, and they were waiting for me to accept that request. And by the time I went in and accepted the request, I go follow that person back and they already got their hair braided. You get what I'm saying? Because I took too long, or I didn't remember to go in and accept that request. Make your page public so it's easily accessible and they can go straight in and see your work. What you do on your private page is your business, but as far as your business page, make it open. What are you hiding it for? You know, I know there's crazy people in this world that'll steal your work, that'll put their name on it and make it look like that it's theirs, but you still, I mean, that's just the risk you take with social media. But still, go ahead and put your stuff out there. You can watermark it, do whatever you need to do, have some type of specific backdrop where even if somebody steal it, people that know you know that that's your room or know that that's your salon because of where you take your photos every single time, or do something like that. But like I said, separate the two, make it public. Also, when you're posting hashtags, your hashtags are not going to be seen. You're not going to make it to any explore pages. Nobody is going to be able to hit the hashtag ATL hair, or I'm saying ATL hair because I'm in Atlanta. ATL hair, ATL braids, ATL stylist. They're not going to be able to hit that hashtag and ever come across your page if your page is private. When people type in those hashtags, it's going to pull up all of the public work, all of the public pictures under that hashtag. So you want to make your page private. I mean, you want to make your page public as well, because you want your hashtags or your page to be discoverable from people who you don't meet on the streets. Sometimes it'll be word of mouth where you go telling somebody about your Instagram page. You might have passed out a business card or put up a flyer, but a lot of times people are just scrolling through Instagram looking for stylists and typing in different things, and if your page isn't private, that stuff is not going to come up. So make sure you make your page public, launch your page, have a lot of pictures already lined up, do a photo shoot, have a color scheme, and set yourself apart. Number 6 is network and promote. After your page or your website is up and running, you want to go ahead and ask family, ask friends, or whoever to support you and share your page. Once a client gets their hair done or gets their makeup done, go ahead and either you're asking them for those selfies so you can post them yourself, but also have them to post, or make sure that when they post, they're tagging your page. So not only people are seeing that they have a really cute hairstyle or a really nice beat, but they can tap that picture or looking at caption and see who did it and find your page through there. So make sure you're getting mentioned, you're getting shared, and also when it comes to promoting yourself and networking, you want to put yourself in the room with like-minded people or people that are doing the same thing. So if there's expos or workshops or classes, different things that are going on in your city locally, go ahead and participate in those things and put yourself out there. Get flyers made, get business cards made. Even though we're going into more of a digital time, print still is being seen. People still going into salons, going into the stores, out and about. If you're at a college and they have different bulletins all over the campus, go ahead and post your flyers, pass out your cards, and put yourself out. Y'all, number 7 is a big one. It's really, really big, and it's also a tip that I need to work on or do better at myself. So do as I say and not as I do when it comes to step 7, because I know some of my clients gonna watch this like, girl, bye. But you want to create a scheduling system. So whether you have some type of calendar book, some type of dry erase board, some type of actual website where people can go book their appointments, put together some type of scheduling system to keep your appointments organized, because once your clientele starts building up and picking up and you're doing hair consistently every day or around the clock, those texts and those calls are going to consistently come in, and you don't want to forget what you told one person. You want to make sure that the times are lined up. With me, I still work full time. I'm doing hair all through the day, working all through the night. I also have another business that I work on, dealing with event planning, and every day, all day, every day, I'm having texts and calls come through, emails from work, emails from this, emails from that, and it's hard to juggle. And the only reason I don't have a booking site is because hair isn't the only thing that I do. And it's very scary to me to go ahead and put up a booking site and let my clients book freely as they want to, when I know some days with me working through the night, some days I feel like doing hair all day and can still go to work and be fine. But some days I'm exhausted and I don't feel like doing hair, and I don't know which days that's going to be. And then also, I don't know when I'm going to have an event coming up, or when I'm going to have to meet with a client about planning their birthday party or doing this and doing that. And so I haven't committed to a booking site yet, just because it scares me to just give my availability, let people just freely book, show up at my door. 90% of the people that come to me meet me through Instagram. And so they're coming to me through this booking site. Let's just say I had a booking site and I put my description or my link to my website in my bio, and clients are coming across my page just clicking on that link and going straight in and booking without that conversation. I'm old fashioned, so I still have my clients to text and call me. That way I'm getting one-on-one conversation with the person. I'm getting a feel for that person before they're showing up to my house, and I'm giving them my address. But if I was to put that link up and let random people just come across my page and go straight into that booking link and book me, which I'm not against that, I'm not knocking that, it's more convenient for the client, but I never know what's gonna come through my door. And so I'm really praying and thinking hard about committing to it, because with so many things that I have going on, sometimes it's hard to text people back in a timely manner. It's hard to keep up with calls. I have some of my clients that will see me posting on my personal page. They'll follow me on both of my pages, and they'll see me with my family. You know why I'm not texting back. You see I'm at a house party with my family and I'm hanging out, but you'll call me right in the middle of me posting a video, or you'll text me or comment on my picture. I'm thinking I'm cute for the day and I'm out and about, and you commenting on my personal page saying, hey, I hit you up, I called you, I text you. Sometimes that can be stressful, and I never want to just give nobody to run around, because I really do enjoy doing hair. But sometimes trying to have a social life, still working full time, and like I said, juggling another business, it gets hectic. You know, I'm not ready for no booking site yet, but for a new stylist, which with you really learning the field, still trying to get to know this business, you don't really have a huge clientele yet, you can manage whatever's coming through that site. Go ahead and put the link up. Like, just make it convenient for yourself, because it can be stressful. People can be stressful, and they will drive you crazy when it comes to a trip coming up, a birthday party coming up. And I'm that same way too. When I have something coming up, luckily I'm able to do my own hair. But if something's coming up, I need my nails done, I need my fits together, I need my hair done, my lashes done, my eyebrows done, different things of that nature. And I want to make sure that that stuff is on point. You get what I'm saying? So people don't play when it comes to that. So you want to go ahead and have some type of system booked. And if you're not going to go the more popular way now with the booking site, and you're gonna do like I do, have a dry erase board and a old-fashioned app and book and paper that I'm writing people names and times down on, then just make sure you're keeping up with that and you're trying to get back to these clients in a timely manner. Because if you don't, they will go to the next person that has that booking site or is easier to access. One more thing I will say before going on to the next tip is, if you're going to do the booking site, allot a time for yourself, allot a day, or like block off a day, whether it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or dead in the middle of the week like a Wednesday, where you don't allow anybody to book. Give yourself a day. Even if you're just in school, you're a student, whether it's high school or college, and hair is like the only thing you do outside of going to class and writing papers or whatever, still give yourself a day. because doing hair or doing makeup or doing nails is not just doing hair, doing makeup, or doing nails. You're offering a service. Specifically with hair, you have people in your chair for hours at a time. And if they're anything like my clients, they're coming and they're talking. You get what I'm saying? I have some that'll come and they'll just put their AirPods in and they'll listen to music the whole time. Or if I have TV playing, they'll pretty much watch TV and just let me do my thing and won't say anything to me. But I'm very personable. I like to talk. I like to make my clients feel comfortable. So I'm asking questions, making conversation, making them talk. And a lot of times hair, when you come in to get your hair done, that's your time away. Like, that's your girl time. If you're a wife or a mom, that's your getaway time to take care of yourself or get away from home. And so I have a lot of clients that come and they want to vent. They man pissed them off, or their kids got in trouble in school, and so for the whole 4 or 5 hours I'm braiding their hair, they want to talk about how they man cheated, or how they friend had them messed up, or they just took a vacation and something bad happened, or they had a loss in the family, different things that people may want to talk about. And so you find yourself not only braiding, standing up or sitting down, or at some point just you're working, but you're also like mentally involved with this client. And not only are you like physically in labor, but mentally your screws are turning and you're having to talk and respond and take in these emotions, and also just give emotional responses. And like I say, the hair game is a whole service. It's more to just getting that style done and getting the client out of your chair. If you're a stylist, anything similar to how I am, you're gonna talk to your clients. And so every now and then you need a break. You get what I'm saying? There's days where my clients come in and they want to talk about their man, and they mad about their man, and I just had a fight with my man. And shoot, I ain't had time to get over that, or get past what we have going on, and then I got to spend the whole 5 hours counseling you about your relationship, which I don't mind. But there's certain days where I just want to wind down and pay attention to my own situation, or focus in on my own life, get things done around my house, or just get out the house because I do hair at home. Tip number 8, I believe this is 8, y'all. Let me go look real quick. Hurry, 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 come back. Scroll, 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 scroll. Yes, this is number 8, and this is my biggest tip. Out of all 10 of them, number 8 to me is the most important. The reason why it's number 8 on the list is because I'm trying to go in order with the steps that you might take to get here. But number 8 is most important, y'all, and that is to be consistent. Be consistent. Be consistent. Okay? What you give one client, give the next. So I'm gonna give a scenario. Let's just say you did some rope twists, and you really, really, really went all out on those rope twists, and you posted them like crazy. You took a whole bunch of pictures. You did about 4 or 5 videos and posted them all through your story, all on your page. Your client was in love with the twist, so she went all on her trip or wherever, what have you, and was just posting and posting and posting. Next thing you know, you got everybody booking these twists. They loved them because they just tore the gram up. Then you're super busy. This is when you first starting out, and that was that one style that just took you there, and everybody want to book you for that style. And so now you're not used to doing hair that much. You're tired. You're now finding yourself having to juggle whatever else you have going on, whether it's school or your full-time job, and all of these people that's coming for this twist. And one day you may feel like, I'm tired. I don't have it in me to put all of that into what I put in the other girl. And you just BS that hairstyle. Do not do that. If it's a day where you do not feel like doing hair, you're not feeling well, you're not feeling it, let your client, well, I won't even say let your client know, but like I say on my last tip, you want to block off those days for yourself where you don't get to that point to where you're standing over somebody's head and you don't even feel like doing it. If you make those days for yourself, to have time to unwind and take a breather, then times like this won't come. But every now and then, especially me, last year in 2019, I battled a lot of issues with my underlying health condition, where it was days where randomly, sometimes I knew when it was going to hit, where I was going to have a flare up with my endometriosis, and I knew when the pain was coming, because endometriosis is associated with the menstrual cycle. So, well, for my situation, it was. And so I knew when that time of the month came, I wasn't going to be able to do hair because I was going to be in so much pain. But every now and then, I would have a flare up in between that time of the month. And I would wake up in pain, and I would have a client come in at 9 o'clock. It'll be 8 o'clock, and I'm balled up in a fetal position, crying, throwing up, can't stand up. And at one point in my career, I probably would have forced it. I didn't want nobody saying nothing bad about me. It's an hour before their appointment. They got somewhere they need to be that day, and you don't want to disappoint that client. So even against your health, you still try to take that person, and then it's not the work you would normally put out. Your client will respect you more, even if they get mad and go talking and telling it on the mountain. They will be more, it'll be a better situation for you to cancel that appointment or reschedule that appointment and not take that person that day because you're not feeling well, than to try to go ahead and do that person's hair, and you didn't have them set up there and waste their time, waste your time because they're there for 4 or 5 hours, and waste their money because they didn't got home and they don't like it, or you put them in loose and it's just trash work, and their braids are falling out or whatever. Give every client the same respect. So on days that you feeling good, on those days that you set up and you book your schedule and you set up your scheduling, make sure that those are days where you're gonna deliver. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll have your days where you can slack off and do whatever you want to do. But when you're first starting out, make sure that you set up times where you know you're gonna give that person, all of you, your best. You have so many hit or miss stylists these days. You can go on a person's page and find that they did a frontal sew in and it looks so good. Or let's talk about makeup. They did a beat and it looks so good on this one girl, but a week or two later you scrolling down the page and she did a similar makeup style, but it looks disgusting. Maybe that makeup artist had to go to a party right after, or she had to go pick up her kids from school, and she had something going on and she rushed that girl's face and still took pictures, I guess, because she wanted to get the content out there, but it looks nowhere near the two faces, and you realizing, okay, I really want to book her for what she did on this girl face, but I don't really like that too much. And then you had this hit or miss situation where you don't really know if you want to book with somebody because you don't know which face you gonna get, the really really good one or the bad one. It's important that you stay consistent and give that same service to everybody. That way everybody knows what they're getting and that trust is built. Another good tip that I can give you guys that are just starting out is to do specials and rewards. I wouldn't say do it in the very beginning, but somewhere along your journey, go ahead and reward your clients. They're supporting you. They're helping you get to where you are. They're putting money in your pocket. So every now and then, just show that appreciation and reward them. In the beginning, when you're getting your clientele, a lot of your clientele is coming from recommendations. So you're doing somebody here and they're going to tell somebody else and bringing 4 or 5 people back to you, and it's a lot of word of mouth stuff going on. Reward those people who are bringing all of those people to you, especially if it's more than one. So let's just say you did a girl hair and 5 of her friends came, or 2 of her friends and then her mama came, or something like that. Like, give her maybe $10 off, or say, I'll buy your braiding hair. Braiding hair for most styles is only like $15 or $20. Say, girl, next time you come, your hair is on me, if you're not a stylist that provides the hair already. Or say, I normally charge you $85, but I'm gonna charge you $70 next time. Take $15 off because she's brought you so much money, and just give her that little quick reward real quick. Or my favorite thing to do are specials, and I choose particular times of year to do them. So for the holidays, I love to do a special around Christmas time, because that's the time of year where people are already spending a lot of money. You're going crazy buying gifts for your kids, crazy buying gifts for your family members and things of that nature. And so you want to look nice because it's holiday time. You're going to be around your family and taking pictures and different things of that nature. But because you're putting out so much money on gifts and focusing in on a holiday, you may be looking for somebody that might give you a deal on hair, or looking to catch a sale any way that you can. I know I'm that way. When it comes to certain things, like let's just say there's a pair of jeans and they're in the store for $90. If I really 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 like those jeans, I'll pay $90 for them. But if I could get those jeans for $45, me bringing them home for $45 is more of an accomplishment. And like I say, it's not knocking the jeans. I love the jeans. I probably would have got them either way. But for me spending $45 on a really nice pair of jeans versus 90 just makes me feel good. I don't know. I'm a bargain shopper. I love to get things on a budget. So when I run a special and people calling me and texting me like crazy, I don't knock it. Like, I love it. It makes me feel good because I know my clients would book me regardless. They'll pay that price regardless. But it's something about that discount, just getting something for a price you wouldn't normally pay for it. And then during my special times, I noticed that I get a lot of new clientele, people that were probably like on the fence of trying me out. Maybe they've been watching my page for months but didn't really know if they wanted to book, and then I'm running a special and they're like, okay, I didn't really know if I was gonna pay her $90 for that style, but now she running a special and she doing that same style for $60. This would be the perfect time to try her. If I don't like it, I paid $60 versus paying 90, something like that. So every now and then I like to do specials. When I was in college, I would do back to school, homecoming, Christmas, and spring break. Those were my 4 times a year. So I would give discounts during back to school season. Everybody already getting ready for classes. They purchasing books, access codes. They getting their clothes together, their dorm rooms together. I would cut them a deal on hairstyles, homecoming, clubs, parties, different events. You want to look nice, but you already spending money on your clothes and shoes. I would give deals on that. People would book like crazy during homecoming season. I've already talked to y'all about Christmas, and then spring break. Everybody's traveling, so at FAMU, it was Panama City. Then it became Miami. Towards the end, a lot of people were doing destination trips out of the country or cruises, and a lot of people wanted braids. You were around water, and so I knew that would be the perfect time to drop a special on them then. So make sure every now and then you're rewarding your clients and giving them a special or a reward for recommending somebody or just being loyal to you. And last but not least, the biggest tip that I would like to give you guys is to give your business time. Give yourself time. Don't be discouraged when you're a year into the field and you may not be rich yet or very popular yet. Your following isn't where you want it to be, or you set goals for yourself and you may not be there yet. Give yourself time. I have now established myself in 3 different cities, and it took a while to get where I am. When I first started doing hair, 8th grade, going into high school, nobody knew me. I would only do my mom's hair, my siblings, and maybe a couple cousins here and there. Nobody was really paying me. It wasn't until towards my senior year that I was round the clock every weekend. Throughout the week, I focused on school and band and stuff like that. But on the weekends, I would try to do hair. And when I first started out in high school, every so often, maybe one weekend out of the month, I had one person to come. By the time I graduated school on Saturdays and Sundays from morning to evening, I wasn't hanging out, going out on the weekends. I was braiding, and that got me my money to go off to college with. I had a graduation party that got me a lot of the money that furnished my dorm or decorated my dorm and different things of that nature. But a lot of it was hair money too, that kept money in my pockets to be able to go to the club, to be able to keep my nails done and get bundles and do the different things that my friends were doing, because I saved up hair money throughout high school. Well, my senior year of high school, I was able to pitch on different things where my mom probably purchased my prom dress, but I got my own makeup done, or just different things that I was able to do towards the end, but it took time to get there. And then once I got to Tallahassee, I left all of my Jacksonville clientele behind. Once I was in Tallahassee, I had to again make a name for myself. And so my freshman year of college, I was probably doing hair once or twice a week. By the time I graduated, not even to be cocky, but a lot of the people, I won't say majority of the school, I think that's probably going too far, but at least 50%, maybe 40-50% of the girls on FAMU's campus was coming to me for braids. I almost fell out the chair. I did sew-ins and quick weaves and ponytails and all of that stuff. Everything that I do now, I was doing all of that then. But when I was in school, people knew me for braids by Brittany. And so a lot of people came. It just really blew up for me in Tallahassee. I ended up doing one person on the Royal Court. And when you do somebody popular's hair, everybody want their hair done because you did that girl's hair, or I did somebody in SGA, and now the whole organization wants to come, or an AKA and her whole line and her line sisters and different things want to mess with me now. So once I got to get my name out there, and it only took me doing one person that really really was popular, I became popular and a lot of people booked me for braids. I hated to leave Tallahassee. Like, I was making so much money. I had never worked a job all through school leading up to me moving to Atlanta. I didn't have a job. I didn't need one. My bank account was straight. Like, those was the days, y'all. But then again, after that, I had to move to Atlanta and make a name for myself again. And moving here, at first, I was not doing hair like that. It was so bad when I moved here that I ended up having to get a job, because I did have things saved up, money saved up, but that only stretched so far with having to get a car. I needed a car when I moved here around that time, rent, different things that cost way more than it did in Tallahassee. My rent here was triple what it was when I was living in a college town. And so I had to immediately get a job, and it took a while, almost a year, for me to start doing hair as much as I did back in Tallahassee. Now my clientele is right where it was when I was at a university. What helps with that is I work at a school, so I get a lot of my clients from Georgia State as well. But I would just say, you guys, give yourself time. That's another big tip I can give y'all. Do not quit your job. Even if you flipping burgers at McDonald's and you hate your job and you just picked up this skill and you learning how to do makeup and you feel like you've mastered the whole nail process. If you're doing nails, don't quit your job just yet, because this business is not guaranteed money. You might get weeks when you're first starting out that you're really busy, and then weeks to where it's really dry. So go ahead and depend on that 9 to 5 or that job that you're working until you know for a fact that you can live off of it, and just have fun with it. And that's it for today's video, you guys. I really hope that I was able to help you guys with something. I know a lot of the things that I said were probably obvious or you probably heard before, but I hope that I was able to remind you of some things, or go ahead and push you to do some things that you may not have thought about doing, or you may have been slacking on doing, whether it was putting that booking site together or getting your supplies. I hope I was able to help you in some way, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to start giving y'all hair tutorials. I know a lot of people have been asking me, you got this YouTube channel, but I don't never see you do hair. So I'm going to start doing the hair tutorials for you guys. I'll do more girl talks if you guys enjoyed this girl talk. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment, y'all. Tell me what you want to see, what you didn't like, what I should change. Give me some advice. I'm still new. I'm accepting criticism. So talk to me. Let me know what's up. And I'll see y'all in the next video.